Hello, I'm your doctor, and today I want to have a frank and open conversation with you about something that affects every single one of us, yet we often underestimate its power: stress. We tend to think of stress as a mental burden, a feeling of being worried, overwhelmed, or on edge. And it is. But what if I told you that this invisible force, this feeling, can inflict real, physical damage on your body? Here's a startling fact that I've seen play out in my practice time and again. Stress is not just in your head, it's a silent and relentless enemy to your heart. Did you know that a long period of unchecked stress can be as harmful to your cardiovascular health as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day or living on a diet of fried food? It's a bold statement, but the science backs it up. So, how does this actually happen? How can a deadline at work, a family argument, or financial worry translate into a problem for the powerful muscle beating in your chest? Let's explore this critical connection together. In this guide, we will unpack the intricate relationship between your stress levels and your heart's health. More importantly, we'll walk through simple, practical, and proven strategies that you can start using today to disarm this silent threat and protect your heart for all the years to come. Part 1. Understanding the connection between stress and your heart. To truly grasp how to fight back against stress, we first need to understand the enemy. What is stress, and what does it actually do inside our bodies? What is stress? The body's ancient alarm system. Imagine you're a caveman, thousands of years ago, and you suddenly come face to face with a saber-toothed tiger. Instantly, your body's alarm system goes off. This is the fight-or-flight response. It's a brilliant, life-saving mechanism hardwired into our DNA. When this alarm is triggered, your brain signals the release of a cascade of powerful hormones, primarily adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline is the action hormone. It makes your heart pound faster, pushing more blood to your muscles and brain. It raises your blood pressure and quickens your breathing. You are instantly energized, ready to either fight the tiger or run for your life. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, is a bit more complex. It floods your body with glucose, sugar, from your liver, giving you a ready source of energy. It also dials down functions that aren't essential in a life-or-death situation, like your immune system and digestive system. This response is perfect for escaping a tiger. The threat appears, your body reacts, you escape, and then your system calms down. Hormones return to normal. Heart rate slows. Blood pressure drops. All is well. The problem in our modern world: the alarm that never shuts off. Here's the crucial difference. Today, our saber-toothed tigers aren't life-threatening predators that we can run away from. They are traffic jams, endless bills, a difficult boss, caring for a sick loved one, or watching a troubling news cycle. Your body, with its ancient wiring, can't tell the difference between a real physical threat and a persistent emotional one. It reacts to a stressful phone call the same way it reacts to a tiger. The alarm goes off. Adrenaline and cortisol flood your system. But unlike the tiger, these modern stressors don't just disappear. The financial worry is still there tomorrow. The difficult job is still there on Monday. This means your body's alarm system never truly gets to shut off. It's constantly simmering on low, or even medium, heat. This is what we call chronic stress. Imagine leaving your car engine revving in the red zone for hours, days, or even years. Eventually, parts will wear out, overheat, and break down. That's precisely what chronic stress does to your heart and blood vessels. How chronic stress directly harms your heart. When your body is in this constant state of fight or flight, it leads to several dangerous changes that directly impact your cardiovascular system. 1. Persistently high blood pressure, hypertension. Every time your stress hormones surge, your blood vessels constrict or tighten up, and your heart beats faster. This combination forces your blood to push harder against the walls of your arteries, causing a spike in blood pressure. Think of your arteries as a garden hose. A single stress event is like briefly putting your thumb over the end of the hose. The pressure shoots up, then goes back to normal. But with chronic stress, it's like having a clamp permanently tightening that hose. Over time, these frequent spikes can lead to long-term damage. The artery walls can become less flexible and more rigid, leading to permanently high blood pressure or hypertension. Hypertension is a leading cause of heart attacks and strokes because it forces your heart to work much harder and damages the delicate lining of your arteries. 2. The buildup of dangerous plaque, atherosclerosis. This is one of the most insidious effects of chronic stress. The stress hormone cortisol can signal your liver to produce more bad cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood. At the same time, chronic stress creates low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation makes the smooth inner walls of your arteries rough and sticky. Now you have a dangerous combination: more gunk, cholesterol, and fats floating in your bloodstream and stickier artery walls for that gunk to latch onto. This buildup is called plaque. As more and more plaque accumulates, it hardens and narrows your arteries, a condition called atherosclerosis. Think of it like rust and grime building up inside the pipes of your home. Over time, the flow of water is reduced to a trickle. In your body, this means less oxygen-rich blood can get to your heart muscle. If a piece of this plaque breaks off and forms a clot, it can completely block an artery. A clot in an artery supplying the heart causes a heart attack. A clot in an artery supplying the brain causes a stroke. Studies have clearly shown that people experiencing high levels of chronic stress have a significantly higher risk of developing these life-threatening events. 3. The role of unhealthy coping mechanisms. Stress doesn't just cause direct physical harm, it also pushes us toward behaviors that further damage our hearts. It's a vicious cycle. When you feel overwhelmed and exhausted, what do? You reach for comfort foods. Often, these are high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. These foods contribute directly to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and inflammation. You might drink more alcohol. While a glass of wine might feel relaxing, excessive alcohol can raise blood pressure, increase triglycerides, and even weaken the heart muscle over time. You might smoke. Many people smoke to calm their nerves, but nicotine is a powerful stimulant. It instantly raises your heart rate and blood pressure and directly damages the lining of your arteries, making atherosclerosis much worse. You skip exercise. The last thing you feel like doing when you're mentally drained is going for a walk or to the gym. Yet exercise is one of the best stress busters available. You lose sleep. Stress often leads to a racing mind at night, making it hard to fall asleep or stay asleep. Poor sleep, in turn, keeps cortisol levels high, creating a downward spiral of more stress and more physical strain. So you can see, stress attacks your heart from two angles: the direct biological damage from hormones and inflammation, and the indirect damage from the unhealthy habits we adopt to cope with it. Recognizing this two-pronged attack is the first step toward building a strong defense. Part 2, your action plan: how to reduce the impact of stress on your heart. Now for the good news. While we can't eliminate stress from our lives entirely, we have an enormous amount of power to manage our response to it. By adopting some simple, heart-healthy habits, you can calm your body's alarm system and build a resilient heart. Think of this as your personal toolkit for stress management. You don't have to do everything at once. Pick 1 or 2 strategies that feel right for you and start there. Strategy 1. Practice active relaxation. Relaxation isn't just about sitting on the couch and watching TV. True relaxation is an active process that intentionally switches off your fight-or-flight response and turns on your rest and digest system. This system does the opposite of the stress response. It slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and tells your body that it's safe. Meditation and deep breathing, the emergency brake for stress. This is perhaps the most powerful and immediate tool you have. When you feel stress building, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing it down, you send a powerful signal to your brain that the tiger is gone. Why it works: deep, diaphragmatic breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, a major nerve that runs from your brain to your gut and is the main on switch for your rest and digest system. It directly counters the effects of cortisol and adrenaline. How to start? Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your belly expand like a balloon. Hold your breath gently for a count of 4. Breathe out slowly through your mouth or nose for a count of 6. Feel your belly deflate. Pause for a count of 2, and then repeat. Do this for just 3 to 5 minutes. You can do it in your car before you go into the grocery store, while waiting for the kettle to boil, or right before bed. It's a mini vacation for your nervous system. B. Yoga and Tai Chi, moving meditation. If sitting still is difficult for you, practices like gentle yoga or Tai Chi are fantastic alternatives. They combine physical postures, breathing exercises, and mindfulness. Why it works? These practices not only lower stress hormones but also improve flexibility, balance, and circulation. Studies have shown that regular yoga practice can significantly lower blood pressure and reduce markers of inflammation in the body. How to start? You don't need to be a pretzel. Look for classes labeled Gentle Yoga, Restorative Yoga, or Yoga for Seniors. Many community centers and senior centers offer these classes, and there are thousands of free videos for beginners online. Strategy 2. Fuel your body with heart-calming foods. What you eat has a profound impact on both your stress levels and your heart health. Some foods can fuel inflammation and stress, while others can calm it. Foods that are good for your heart and mind. Think of your diet as building an internal defense shield for your arteries. Omega-3 fatty acids. These are nature's anti-inflammatories. They help make blood vessels more flexible and can lower triglycerides. Find them: salmon, mackerel, sardines, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Fiber. Soluble fiber, in particular, acts like a sponge, soaking up cholesterol in your digestive system and helping to remove it from your body. Find it: oatmeal, barley, beans, lentils, apples, and carrots. Potassium. This mineral is crucial for managing blood pressure because it helps your body get rid of excess sodium, salt, and eases tension in your blood vessel walls. Find it in bananas, spinach, sweet potatoes, avocados, and tomatoes. Antioxidants. These compounds protect your cells, including the cells lining your arteries, from damage caused by stress and inflammation. Find them in berries, blueberries, strawberries, dark leafy greens, kale, spinach, beets, and dark chocolate, in moderation. B. Foods to limit or avoid. These foods can act like stressors on your system, promoting inflammation and straining your heart. Sugar and refined carbohydrates. Think white bread, pastries, sugary drinks, and candy. They cause rapid spikes and crashes in your blood sugar, which your body can interpret as a stress event, leading to the release of more cortisol. Saturated and trans fats, found in fried foods, processed snacks, and fatty cuts of red meat. They directly raise your levels of bad LDL cholesterol. Excess sodium, salt hiding in processed foods, canned soups, and restaurant meals. Excess salt makes your body retain water, which increases blood volume and blood pressure. Read labels and cook at home more often to control your salt intake. Strategy 3. Move your body every day. If there were a magic pill that could reduce stress, lower blood pressure, improve cholesterol, strengthen your heart, and lift your mood, it would be exercise. Why it works? Physical activity is a natural way to burn off excess stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. At the same time, it stimulates the production of endorphins, which are your brain's natural feel-good chemicals. They act as natural mood elevators and pain relievers. Regular exercise makes your heart a more efficient pump, so it doesn't have to work as hard during a stressful event. How to start? The goal recommended by the American Heart Association is 150 minutes of moderate-intensity exercise per week. That sounds like a lot, but you can break it down. That's just over 20 minutes a day. And moderate intensity simply means your heart rate is elevated and you're breathing a bit harder, but you can still carry on a conversation. Start small. A 10-minute walk after dinner is a perfect beginning. Find something you enjoy. If you hate the treadmill, don't use it. Try swimming, cycling, dancing, gardening, or even just walking around the mall. Always check with your doctor before starting a new exercise program, especially if you have existing health conditions. We can help you find a safe and effective routine. Strategy 4. Prioritize rest and manage your time. A tired body is a stressed body. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity for heart health. Master your sleep. Why it works? During deep sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Your heart rate and blood pressure naturally dip, giving your cardiovascular system a much-needed break. Chronic sleep deprivation, getting less than 6 to 7 hours a night, keeps cortisol levels elevated and disrupts the hormones that control your appetite, often leading to cravings for unhealthy, sugary foods. How to get better sleep? Stick to a schedule. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing routine. An hour before bed, turn off the screens, TV, phone, tablet. The blue light can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Instead, read a book, listen to calming music, or take a warm bath. Make your bedroom a sanctuary. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. B. Manage your time and set boundaries. A huge source of chronic stress is feeling like you have too much to do and not enough time. Learn to say no. It's okay to decline requests that will overextend you. Protecting your time and energy is not selfish, it's essential self-care. Prioritize your tasks. Not everything is urgent. Each day, identify the 1 or 2 most important things you need to accomplish and focus on those. The rest can wait. Schedule do-nothing time. Just as you schedule appointments, schedule 15 to 30 minutes of personal time into your day. This is your time to read, listen to music, sit in the garden, or do a hobby you love. Treat this appointment with yourself as seriously as you would a doctor's appointment. Strategy 5. Let go of unhealthy habits. This can be the most challenging step, but it is also one of the most impactful for your heart. Quit smoking. If you smoke, quitting is the single best thing you can do for your heart. Smoking is a direct and violent assault on your cardiovascular system. It's not easy, but you are not alone. Talk to me, your doctor. There are many tools, from patches and gums to support groups and medications, that can dramatically increase your chances of success. Call the National Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW for free support. Limit alcohol. If you drink, do so in moderation. For men, that generally means no more than 2 drinks per day. For women, no more than 1. Excessive alcohol is a direct toxin to the heart muscle and can send your blood pressure soaring. Part 3. Your heart, your choice. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I hope it's clear that the story of your heart health is deeply intertwined with the story of your mental and emotional well-being. Chronic stress isn't just a feeling, it's a physical state that, over time, can lead to high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. It silently wears down your body's most vital organ. But please, don't let this information become another source of stress. Instead, I want you to feel empowered. You have the knowledge and the tools to take control. You can't stop the stressful events from happening, but you can absolutely change how your body responds to them. Your call to action today is simple: start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one thing from our action plan. Maybe this week, you'll try the 5-minute breathing exercise every morning. Maybe you'll swap your afternoon cookie for an apple and a handful of walnuts. Maybe you'll commit to a 15-minute walk after dinner 3 times this week. Small, consistent steps build powerful, lasting habits. Each healthy choice you make is a deposit in your heart's health bank account. Each time you choose a walk over the couch, or deep breathing over a frustrated sigh, you are actively fighting back against the damaging effects of stress. If you found this guide helpful, please share it with a friend, a family member, or a neighbor you care about. We are all in this together. And most importantly, please talk to your doctor. We are your partners in this journey. We can help you assess your personal risk, create the tailored plan, and support you every step of the way. Your heart is precious. Let's work together to protect it.